All right, guys, real quick video. So, to piggyback off of my video of Fraudia Con, you also have you also have male grifters. And it seems like, unfortunately, that when it comes to the Islamic community, they be mostly like Indian, Pakistani, bro. Like, that's what it seems like. It seems like they be like India, Pakistan. It just seems like they find a new grift to catch on. So in this case, you have a TikTok user by the name of Lovemonger01. He is a quote unquote, ex red pillar, as he likes to say. Um, and what happened is, I guess he now is bashing men. He has joined in bashing men. And so the thing is that it is a grift. We all know it's a grift. Not not one video he has. I can't really stand watching any of his videos for that matter. I can't even watch a full video of him, to be honest with you. Um, but you what I'm saying is basically that in the videos I've seen are unfortunately the videos that appear on my algorithm, because I'm gonna be honest, the the gender war is full fledged inside the Western precinct of Islam. It's full fledged inside of it, and I blame Muslim men, of course, but I also blame the convert Muslim women that they gave too much power to, instead of stopping them in their tracks. I also blame that. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. So, this guy, he bashes Muslim men. He talks badly about Muslim men. He just says everything about Muslim men. And it's just, it's ridiculous. And my point of this video is to show the dangers of taking customs from non-Muslims and implementing them into your own, implementing them into Islam, because in some of the madahib, especially the one I follow, Maliki Madhab, we have a custom called adat or urf, and the urf is like the customs of the people, practices of the people that are that fall into different categories. Some of the categories follow into you know things that Islam says nothing bad about or doesn't have a clear answer on, but are not harmful. The other category it falls into is those customs that are absolutely prohibited in Islam, you know, and what have you. So the problem is that all of these people, all of the Western Muslim women and guys, including this guy, Lovemonger, they take on the harmful customs that are detrimental to Islam. So, man bashing being one of them. And, we have so many hadiths that show that this is not a good custom, this is a bad custom. And, the Prophet Muhammad, alayhi salatu salam, he held esteem for men and women who were on the right path. So this is the issue we're dealing with when it comes to these influencers and things like that. So if you go to his TikTok page, he'll say DM me for consultations. Allah knows how much he's charging, because it's not going to be free. You know, Allah knows. Allah knows best what he's charging. Now, another thing about him is he has a septum piercing, okay? So he has the nose piercing. And this is one of the customs of my people, the Fulani. We've had that custom. Like, you'll see Fulani women, they'll have big, sometimes they'll have big nose ring, But that's just the custom of our people. It's something that didn't change the way they behave or change the way they respect men or change the way that they respect their elders, or change the way that they respect any kind of authority, be it their mother and what have you. It did not change them whatsoever because it was a custom, you know. Even, some Fulani groups, the women tattoo their lips. It's black. Now we know the hadith. We know the hadith about the tattooing and the deforming of the body. But this custom is not necessarily deforming the body. If anything, it beautifies the body. Versus, because where they get the tattoo is a sign of, in our culture, that it's a sign of beauty. But when you look at, for example, the American and the Western form of tattooing, I mean, it does just, like, I'm gonna be honest, why the hell would I want to wake up seeing a woman just covered in tattoos, like covered from their arms, their legs, and things like that? That just screams kind of like, okay, she got out of prison or some crap like that, That's what that's what it gives to me. Now, the problem with this guy, this love monger, is he doesn't even base his facts upon Islam. He bases his facts upon simping and other things, okay? That's the issue. Now, if he was basing his truths on Islam, there would be no problem. But in none of his videos, I don't have time to watch his videos, but in none of his videos does he mention the Prophet, alayhi salatu salam. In none of his videos does he mention what the scholars say. May Allah be more pleased with them all. He doesn't mention anything that the companions say. May Allah be pleased with them all. He doesn't say anything of that sort, okay? I mean, I can read something right now that just flies in the face of what he says. And I'm going to read it real quick. Give me 1 minute. And then I'm just going to end this video. Let's go. Okay, so let me see. Let me read it. It's a book about marriage, by the way. I'm reading. Okay, yes, and this is a hadith by Ibn Majah. Now, granted, you can make a whole series. I can make a whole series alone, off of this hadith alone. But the hadith says, Min Aisha qalat samitu Rasulullahi sallallahu alayhi wasallam yaqulu alu amratu ahad an yasjuda li ahad la amratu marata an tashjuda li zawjiha. Walau anna rajulan amratahu an taqila min jabal ahmara illa jabal aswada aw min aswada illa jabal amma what does that say? Ahmara lakana nuran laha an taf'alna. Riwayat Ibn Majah. So what the hadith says, right? It is on the authority of Aisha, who said, I heard the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if I were to command anyone to prostrate to anyone else, I would command the wife to prostrate to her husband. And if a man were to command his wife to move from a red mountain to a black mountain, and from a black mountain to a red mountain, it would be like for her to do so. So the explanation of this hadith, and then I'm gonna segue back to Mr. Saint Jitsu, um, love monger, love monger. It says, if it were permissible for a creation to prostrate to another creation, the wife would be commanded to prostrate to her husband because of the rights that he has over her. It is not, however, permissible to prostrate or bow to other than Allah the Glorified. A Muslim woman should thus know her husband's rank, his rights, and fulfill all of them, hoping that she will gain acceptance from Allah the Glorified. One of the rights that the revealed law has granted the husband over the wife is that if he commands her to travel with him somewhere that is less than the distance after which one would be permitted to shorten prayers, she has been guaranteed that she will have a suitable place to stay according to the revealed law and righteous neighbors. It is obligatory upon her to travel with him. If he wants her to travel with him to some foreign land, it is recommended for her to travel with him. And this is understood from the Prophet's words, alayhi salatu salam's words. It would be light for her to do so in the hadith. So, I mean, when you think about it, when you really think about it, right? You know, and there's another one that I want to go over, and then we're going to segue back. I apologize. It's just I haven't looked at this book in quite some time. And it says, an Anas Marufa. Ma yasluhu li basari an yasjuda li basari. Wallahu salaha li bashar an yasjuda li bashar. Li amratu maratan an chasjuda li zawjiha min izami haqqihi alayha. Riwayat Ahmed fi Musnad, wa Nasi fi Nasai fi Sinin Kubra bi Isnad Jayid. So what it says is, it is on the authority of Anas Marfu'an, if it is not right for a human being to prostrate to another human being, if it were right for a human being to prostrate to another human being, I would command the woman to prostrate to her husband due to the immense right he has over her. And so it says, this hadith makes it clear that the husband is the greatest blessing that Allah the Exalted bestows upon a woman. And it is upon her to requite this blessing with gratitude to Allah the Exalted first, and then to the husband second. Because whosoever does not thank people does not thank Allah. Furthermore, however much effort the wife expends to serve her husband, she must not see it as a favor towards him and become insolent as a result, or haughty or exasperated. Rather, she should accuse herself of falling short in fulfilling all of his rights, and she should constantly demand of herself that she should do more by ways of serving him and loving him. After performing her obligatory acts of worship, this is one of the greatest ways for her to draw near to Allah Exalted, and it takes precedence over all supererogatory acts. The woman is in her husband's house, devotes herself to a special type of worship, the rewards for which all supererogatory acts cannot be compared to. It is nothing but obeying her husband, serving him, and showing him love and affection. And the thing is that what we have to understand is that this includes raising children. This includes upkeeping the house. This includes perhaps you know, emotionally supporting the husband when he's trying to make a play for more money or do something that's going to change the life of the family. You know, this is what this means, okay? You ask lover or love monger, whatever his name is, you ask him to cite these hadiths, and guess what he's going to say? He's going to be against these hadiths, okay? Because he, again, is another grifter, another person who does not read the original sources, okay? You read these hadiths and you would think that, in granted, I hate to say it, a lot of Western Muslims would reject these hadiths. You know, a lot of them would be. A lot of them would be rebellious. A lot of them would be, and I'm saying these hadiths in the context that the man is doing his part. I'm saying in the context that the man is clothing, feeding, sheltering her, and what have you. I'm saying that in that context, okay? But I hate to say it, a lot of the time, and I'm gonna end on this note, a lot of the time, that's not enough for these women. They want the social media backdrop, okay? Not knowing the social media backdrop attracts envy and jealousy and evil eye. This is why, for me, I only take from my teachers, okay, may Allah preserve them and may Allah have mercy on them all, or I take from historical figures who are not here anymore, who have, who have entered the annals of history through their extraordinary acts. This includes Sultan Baibars, this includes Amir Timur Beg, who this book in which I'm filming is about. This includes Sheikh Uthman Danfodio and his family. This includes others like these people. This includes Hajj Umar Al-Futi. This includes Sheikh Ahmed Ubamba. This includes Sheikh Al-Suyuti. This includes Imam Al-Ghazali and the like thereof. May Allah be pleased with them all. So you're only doing yourself a disservice when you listen to people like Lovemonger, when you listen to people like Fraudia Con, when you listen to these people, okay? And may Allah forgive me, this is something I need to work on my heart. It seems like most of them are coming from two communities when it comes to the Muslim concept. The South Asian community and the Somali community. It seems like most of these grifters are coming from these parts. But with all of this being said, I'm going to end the video by saying, do not follow me, okay? I'm not asking you to follow me at all, okay? Because I don't even have my own ideology or anything like that. I follow what was given to me, and I follow basically what people followed before me. For example, Amir Timur Beg, Rahimahullah, although he was a warlord, although he was a conqueror, he's still one of my favorite people. He said his success was based on the love of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his descendants. So what am I supposed to do? Do the same. Love the Prophet ﷺ, love his descendants. And if given the opportunity, serve his descendants in the best possible way. So, you know, on an ending note, I just want to get the message across. Be careful who you follow. And that's all I got for now. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to go live. Let me know if this video shed some light. Well, Sahel signing out. Njaro.